Hey guys, and welcome to Boss Level Trading. This is going to be the first actual live stream that we have, and so yeah, just excited to be doing this for you guys. We're doing some margin trading on BTC on Bit7, so it'll be pretty exciting. So far, we're currently in a trade, or in a position, I should say, and we're down about 11 cents on the current position. But I do see BTC going very bullish, and so not at all worried about the position. So let's actually pull a chart over, show you guys some analysis. And so as we're looking at BTC, we had obviously pretty bullish here. Let's actually do this. So Renko's pretty bullish. Let's just go straight up candles. Let's move to the higher time frames. As you guys can see, been breaking through some levels here, holding support, breaking through. So if we're able to hold above this level here, we should see another leg up to somewhere in this area here. Let me check the 8-hour. Same, been seeing a lot of movement up. So we had a break above, candle confirmed, then leg up. And so we have obviously a lot of volume will be in this area, so we'll see if we can benefit from the bounce out this area to continue up. But obviously, cool thing about trading is, I wouldn't say the cool thing, but as like you can have a trade idea and have it completely go against you, and you can be completely wrong, and got to be willing to actually, I heard it put so gracefully by the pro trader Daniel Savage. Shout out to Daniel Savage. He's a stud, he's a beast at what he does. He said basically whatever you're trading, you have to be essentially okay with flushing that amount of money down the toilet, because when you place a trade, it could totally be 100% wrong. And so like ever since I heard that description as a way to kind of look at every trade I'm taking, it's just like, yeah, with the amount of Bitcoin I'm trading right now, in the position I have with the measures I have to protect myself, I'm totally fine with losing that amount of money if I'm wrong. And so I really kind of a little bit background about what I do. I started off in crypto years ago, back before the boom, like 6 months before the big boom happened in 2017, and was a part of the crazy wild west of crypto back then, before regulations and everything that is in place now. And was a part of BitConnect and a part of all these other like crazy schemes, and lost a buttload of money, like literally lost over, I think it was over $20,000 doing those things. And the crazy part was, with the amount of BTC, I think it was 10,000, it was either 10 or 20,000, but with the amount of BTC I bought, it all like tripled from the price that I bought it at. And just because it was in those damn schemes, I ended up losing out on being able to actually withdraw the profits that I would have made from purchasing the Bitcoin and Litecoin, things like that. But you live and learn, and that actually spurred me to actually start learning how to trade, just because I was pretty, I guess, pissed, I should say, at what happened. And I just really, I knew I wanted to be able to invest or whatever have you. Wanted to be able to start making some moves in the space and things like that. And so that queued up this long 3-year journey so far of learning how to trade. Eventually got into Forex, dabbled in stocks, indexes, things like that, and really had started to hone down a trading style. And now I've had some success trading Forex, to where I'll be able to turn small amounts of money to big amounts of money and make withdrawals and such. But now I'm like really starting to want to trade Bitcoin more consistently and things like that. And so I've kind of discovered this margin trading thing with Bitcoin, and I like the way that they do it. There's not very no spreads, like no fees for holding trades if you want to hold them. I'm more of a scalper, but if you do want to hold a trade, it's there's no like additional fees for holding the trade for 10 days. Like the maximum amount you can hold a trade though is 10 days, and then they're gonna close your trade for you, whether you're in profit or you're at loss at that point. But I like the fact that there's no swap. When Forex, there's swap that goes along with it. So if you're gonna hold a trade over from day to day, you're gonna pay a swap fee, and depending on exactly what you're trading and the size you're trading, those swap fees add up pretty quickly. And so you could totally be right on a position but have a swap fee hit when the day changes, and you could be taken out of position just because of margin or whatever. So Definitely excited to trade this, and I'm going to be trading live every day, or I guess I shouldn't say every day. That'd be setting the wrong expectation, because like I'm not trading live on no damn Christmas or Thanksgiving or nothing. But be trading live. I'd say maybe 4 or 5 days a week. Just really starting to really just help. I want to help people. Obviously, trading's a business, and there's different aspects of the business, and there's the business of actually making money itself, and then there's the business of actually being able to teach people how to trade as well, and different concepts, because there's a million different ways to trade. No way is inherently wrong. I believe that there are some ways that may work better with personalities and things like that, but would definitely like to create, or working on a course currently right now. And so I just want to do this so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing, and maybe it can help some of you guys. And a huge shout out to I think it's Oracle Crypto Kingpin. He is a beast, and he watching his videos really inspired me to take my skill set over to margin Bitcoin trading, just because of how it's set up. And I'm not a part of his group or anything like that. I'm definitely saying you should go check him out though if you have a chance. He's a beast, really good at what he does. And I saw what he was doing, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm pretty sure some of my strategies could work in margin Bitcoin trading, or margin crypto trading, I should say. And I like his Heikin-Ashi strategy, and I've dabbled in Heikin-Ashi before. I know some candlestick formations, and the way he looks at the market overall is pretty smooth. So I was like, you know what, let me give this a shot, and see what I can do with. I think I threw in about $400. Might throw in a little bit more money as well to get things going. But yeah, this first live stream is a long time coming, just because I was saying I was basically gonna be doing this for a while, and this is the first time I'm just like, hey, let me just get it over with. I know nobody's going to be actually watching this, but I know that people can view it later, and see my journey. And so I'm pretty sure there'll be a bunch of people that want to reference back to this first video I made, where you see the amount of BTC that I have in my wallet right there. It's not the most you've ever seen, but I think it's awesome that people will be able to see a beginning of someone's journey from the first day. And so basically made a deposit yesterday, I believe it was. Started with I think $380 or something like that, and right now the account's at around roughly, because Bitcoin fluctuates and such, we're at about $415, and so about a 10% gain the first day, which isn't bad at all. If you compound that over 3 months, you can be looking at some serious coin at that point. So just going to be doing this daily, and so if we were to look at some different time frames, we'd see that. Okay, cool. This is my entry, this green line up here. That was the entry I had, and so you can see I kind of entered at the top of this right here. But if we take a look at what the market's doing, you can see it has a lot of momentum upward. And so this will be, what I'm thinking is highly liquid area here, but seeing that we're going to break through this because we had a double bottom at this point. And so I know I have a different way of looking at the market. You could call it technical analysis a little bit, but I don't use indicators. And if I do use indicators, I don't rely on them very heavily. My charts are pretty naked. Actually, if we go to my charts here, they're pretty darn necky. I just use some liquidity zones, but that's about it. And kind of just going from there. So, but there's nothing wrong with indicators at all. Don't anybody think I'm saying if you use indicators, it means you can't trade. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying I don't, use indicators too often. Or if I do not rely very heavily on them, just because they're typically lagging. And I've had it, experiences where I was an indicator told me something, but I'm like, hey, everything else looks this other way. And then, the other way was actually right. And the indicator was like, oh yeah, never mind. Changed its signal midway through or something like that. So I'll just kind of learn my lessons, and which I'm sure you guys all have or will along your trading journey. But yeah, just really want to get this first one out. So basically what we're looking at, you can see the BTC amount that we have here. You can see we have some trades placed. There we go. So far to where we're going to be just hoping to basically make this happen. So there's probably a lot of people that are watching this okay, what the heck is actually going on with this here? So I'll explain briefly. So you're looking at this little dashboard down here, and basically this is the amount of Bitcoin that we place into the trade. And so if we lose a trade, quote unquote, what happens is we lose this amount of Bitcoin. So that's the one other thing I like about margin crypto trading is basically you set the parameters of how much you want to risk by how much you throw into the trade, and then you set your leverage here. And so you have many different levels of margin that you can actually use. And so there's one times leverage, 5 times, 10 times, 25 times, 50 times, and up to 100. You guys get the gist of it. And so basically, if you take an amount, let's say you place a trade for at 1,000 BT or $1,000 worth of BTC, or roughly 0.1 BTC, what you're gonna do, you're gonna just multiply that times 100, and then you'll see exactly that you're trading with about $100,000 worth of Bitcoin at that point. And so as the market moves up and down, you'll see your unrealized profit and loss. You'll see the actual BTC number here, and then you'll see a percentage number here. And so the percentage is just a way for you to know exactly where you're at as far as being liquidated potentially. And so if you get to, I think it's 100, or I'm not sure exactly at what percentage it is when you get liquidated, but your cut loss price is where if Bitcoin goes down to $11,528.74, they would close this position. I'd lose this amount of BTC right here. But listening to the Oracle Crypto Kingpin, he's like a beast. I think that's his name, or Crypto Oracle Kingpin, one of the two. They're like straight up beast. But he has this way that he places orders to where he can protect his current orders with pending orders, just in case the market does go against him. He has a way to make sure that, hey, he doesn't lose a trade. He's gonna risk more on the trade potentially. But BTC doesn't just, and this is how most people think BTC works. They think that it's gonna just go straight up or it's gonna just go straight down. Most people don't realize that BTC moves like ups and downs, like ebbs and flows. It doesn't just shoot straight up and shoot straight down. So if you understand that, you can rest more assured, know, okay, cool, even though I'm down on a trade right now, and I'm down right now in this trade, I'm not worried about the trade though, just because I know BTC is ultimately going up. It's gonna have its moments where it moves up and down on the way up, and I just gotta realize that's how it naturally works. It doesn't doesn't just go in my direction completely. It could, right? It could just make its way from level to level very quickly, but that's not the case every single time, and I understand that. So not too worried about my position at all, and I'd be very easily able to go to sleep while this is running without worrying, because I have as he calls them, anti-liquidation countermeasures, and I'll just call them a safeguard. I just have a safeguard set. But yeah, he's a beast. I'm not trying to in any way at all necessarily take advantage of what he's doing or show any disrespect by just saying, hey, I appreciate the way he trades, and I like the way he trades, and I've dabbled in line break charts, I've dabbled in Renkos, I've dabbled in all the different types, just learning along my way. And Heikin-Ashi was one that I started learning earlier, and I know how to tell when candlesticks have momentum behind them or when they're losing momentum, and so you can definitely use that on the 1 minute chart to benefit you trading margined crypto, and it's pretty awesome. So other than that, so we're gonna be trading live, so definitely feel free to subscribe to actually join me when I go live, so you guys can be trading alongside. If you like the results you see, obviously I'd say make sure I'm legit, and make sure I do what I say I'm going to do. I'll be launching a course. I'm going to be starting a trading service where you can trade live with me. Eventually, I'll probably do live trading on YouTube for a month or two, and then switch it to where I'll be just trading on my website live, and have certain sessions that I trade in, and I'll have a service to where you can actually trade with me at the same time and know exactly when I'm entering positions, what the thought process is behind entering the positions, and things like that. So you can learn and also make money at the same time. And I'll be launching, like I said, I'll be launching a course and everything like that as well. So I think that's all I got for you guys right now. I'll definitely upload or go live again when I'm either getting ready to close the trade or anything like that. But yeah, definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. Hopefully the music wasn't too loud. I'm gonna have to go back and adjust and make sure my levels are right, because my first time actually going live and I can't really hear what's going on. I can only assume you guys can hear me okay, and kind of go from there. So anyways, appreciate you guys big time. Best of luck out there in your trading journey. Hope that you're absolutely crushing it. If you haven't started trading yet, definitely don't let trading or the fears that come along with not knowing how to trade or just getting started stop you from actually getting started, because you're gonna lose money. Don't worry about that. You're absolutely gonna lose money. It's gonna happen. But the best part about it is you learn a skill set that can potentially, you know, make you enough money to where you don't actually have to, you know, go to a job anymore, or do anything that you don't want to do when you don't want to do it. So anyways, guys, I don't know you, but I definitely love you guys. Thanks for